You're watching the Bitcoin.com weekly news show. My name is Corbin Fraser. Today is Friday, July 24th, 2020. We've got some exciting news in the Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash space, starting off with BTC transaction value set to fall below Tether. Did Satoshi mine $10.5 billion worth of Bitcoin? Wirex approved to issue Mastercard Debit Cards. Grayscale Investments Bitcoin Cash Trust approved for public trading. And Bitcoin Cash anniversary. What improvements have been made on the network over the last 3 years? So let's get to the start of the articles here. We've got BTC transaction value set to fall below Tether. So the most dominant stablecoin in the cryptocurrency ecosystem has seen some competition, but USDT remains the choice for the majority of traders. Recently, a review published by the analytics firm Messari showed that Tether's daily transaction value is set to pass Bitcoin's daily transaction value in the near future. The market capitalization of Tether has grown exponentially, roughly $10 billion in value as of now, and data from exchanges indicate that Tether is traded actually more often than fiat currencies. So though most of the transaction value stem from USDT tokens created on the Ethereum blockchain, the increase in demand for stablecoins and congestion on Ethereum has seen Tether move to other blockchains, most notably the Bitcoin Cash blockchain in the form of SLP tokens. You can take that for a spin if you want to try out stablecoins on Bitcoin Cash. Try out the Bitcoin.com wallet. You can try the swap functionality and swap from BCH into USDT or BTC into USDT. Give that a go. Highly recommend it. So kind of exciting news, I guess, for Tether. Maybe not so much for Bitcoin users or Bitcoin adoption, but I guess that's par for the course considering the lack of innovation going on BTC and the fact that right now BTC for the most part is just a tool for traders. It doesn't really have a lot of utility in real life. While on the other hand, blockchains such as Bitcoin Cash are continuing to focus on adoption while innovating using stablecoins and even using them potentially as spendable assets. We're seeing, again, lots of people doing some interesting things with the new USDT that's been launched on Bitcoin Cash. So be sure to follow more news about this over at news.bitcoin.com. We'll be updating some more, I'm sure, once the flippening does happen, or if the flippening happens. I think that will be a shocking day, but we'll see what happens there. So did Satoshi mine $10.5 billion worth of Bitcoin? Blockchain trackers and researchers from Whale Alert published a new report about the fortune allegedly owned by Satoshi Nakamoto. For those who don't know, Satoshi Nakamoto is the person or group behind the creation of Bitcoin. So for years, many have tried to estimate how many Bitcoins Nakamoto owns by looking at early mining patterns. Whale Alert claims they were able to make an accurate estimate of the number of blocks mined and Bitcoins owned by Satoshi, stating that he would be in possession of at least $10.9 billion in today's market. The research was meant to address why Satoshi was mining in this particular manner. They stated the purpose of Satoshi's mining patterns was to defend the young network from attacks, and the earned coins were a mere byproduct of these efforts. Additionally, Whale Alert researchers assume it is unlikely that the coins will ever be spent. I think this, any research done on Satoshi Nakamoto is always kind of interesting to me. And I think, I always kind of get my ears perked up a little bit when I hear there's been some new revelation found. I think the most exciting one was when I believe it was the same group here that found the Patoshi pattern. If you Google Patoshi, P-A-T-O-S-H-I, you can look into some of the data that really shows with fair certainty that there was definitely a Satoshi group or person that was responsible for mining a lot of Bitcoins, and it seems like this is a big extension of that. So what would you do with $10.5 billion? Let us know in the comments. If you were Satoshi, how would you spend it? Will he spend it? Is Satoshi a group or a person? Let us know. Curious to see what the comments say about that. Always exciting to hear from the viewers. Next up, we've got Wirex approved to issue Mastercard Debit Cards. So Mastercard has granted Wirex principal membership status, becoming the first native cryptocurrency organization to do so. The membership allows Wirex to issue payment cards directly to consumers. Until now, Wirex crypto debit card had been issued through the German fintech company Wirecard, but the services of the company had been affected by the recent demise of Wirecard following a $2.1 billion missing cash scandal, forcing them to seek some alternatives. Pavel Matveev, Chief Executive Officer of Wirex, said the membership represents a growing interest and recognition in the acceptance of cryptocurrency by leading bodies and regulators. So congratulations, Wirex. Looking forward to seeing a new card from you guys. Hope that the Mastercard treats you well. Let us know what you think about Mastercard and Wirex joining forces to launch a new card. I think there's quite a few new cards that are coming out this year. I think there's a lot of interest still in the ability for users to be able to top up their prepaid cards using cryptocurrency. I myself used to have one until they got shut down as well. So looking forward to more becoming available, and we'll see what holds in the near future with regards to cards coming to Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. So fingers crossed here, guys. Next up, we've got Grayscale Investments Bitcoin Cash Trust approved for public trading. So publicly traded offerings, Grayscale Investments announced Monday that the shares of two of its cryptocurrency trusts have been approved for public quotations by the Financial Industry Regulatory Authority. Bitcoin Cash and Litecoin Trust will be quoted on OTC markets under the symbols BCHG and LTCN, respectively. The company says that they are the first publicly quoted securities in the US, deriving value from Bitcoin Cash and Litecoin. The trusts have offered a private placement to accredited investors since March 2018, currently with a total of 10 investment products and a total of assets under management of $4.1 billion. So let us know, will you guys be buying into some BCHG or LTCN? How and why did we choose BCHG and LTCN? What does the G stand for? What does the N stand for? You let us know in the comments, because I don't know. Curious to know if you guys have actually found that answer, or if it's just I'm going to stick with BCH good, LTC no. Let us know what you think, though. Okay, this one's next up. Bitcoin Cash anniversary. What improvements have been made to the network over the last 3 years? So as some of you may know, it is nearing August 1st, which is the Bitcoin Cash anniversary. And this is the date that Bitcoin Cash and BTC had their change of, or difference of opinions, let's say, and Bitcoin Cash went on its own way to become its own cryptocurrency that maintains the chain of signatures and continues the original vision of Satoshi of becoming a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. So the Bitcoin Cash fork stemmed from a multi-year scaling debate over the 1 megabyte block size, with BTC maintaining the consensus limit today. In August 2017, Bitcoin Cash was released with a block size of 8 megabytes and has since been upgraded to support a 32 megabyte block. What does increasing the block size mean? So it means the network can process more transactions, and the 32 megabyte block size allows for about 148,000 transactions per block mined. Currently, BTC can only support around 3,500. Besides increasing the block size, some other improvements have been made and taken place over the last few years here. As some of you may know, Bitcoin Cash has a 6-month network upgrade schedule. This means every 6 months there's this, all of the protocol developers kind of get together and decide what's going into the next network upgrade. So in the last 3 years, we've seen a big heap of new features coming out on Bitcoin Cash, including re-enabling Satoshi opcodes to enable smart contract compilers and a variety of functionalities. The Bitcoin Cash protocol developers also increased the block size from 8 megabytes to 2 megabytes. They released the cash adder specification, which makes it easier and safer for users to use Bitcoin Cash. They've also added canonical transaction ordering, which I believe is required for additional compression and does allow for faster block propagation, I believe. Op return increased to 223 bytes, which is how Simple Ledger Protocol came into existence. So Simple Ledger Protocol, for those of you who don't know, is the non-native Bitcoin Cash token system that's built on top of Bitcoin Cash. It's fully permissionless, and it all lives inside that little op return field. They've also released opcheck data sig, which allows for oracles and advanced scripts. And I guess just to give you an example, opcheck data sig which is the opcode that powers the escrow contract behind local.bitcoin.com, which is, of course, is where you can buy and sell Bitcoin Cash with no KYC, no limits, and you can use anything to purchase or sell it, including PayPal, including wire transfers, including bank deposits, including sending money by mail. You name it, you can buy it. Of course, I recommend giving that a try if you're sensitive to giving away any personal details. It's a great opportunity for you to purchase a little bit of Bitcoin Cash safely and securely. Just be sure you follow the instructions on the screen and use the escrow to ensure that you get the coin that you're after. Of course, after this, they also added Schnorr signatures ahead of BTC, which was kind of an exciting win for the Bitcoin Cash protocol team. I believe that was by Mr. Lundeberg, so big shout out to him. And of course, you can read more about the complete list of improvements over at cash.coin.dance/development. You can also check out bitcoincash.org/roadmap.html. Or just visit bitcoincash.org. You'll see the roadmap there. So there's further upgrades to come this November 2020. So stay tuned for that. I'm sure we'll have some more videos and announcements related to that. Of course, the goal is to scale Bitcoin Cash to 50 transactions per day for 10 billion humans. Pretty monstrous numbers. Let us know if you think you can do it, if we can do it, if Bitcoin Cash can do it. Also, actually a big shout out to the SLP Foundation and our very own Andreas Larsson for his contribution to the new repo SLP Lite and the great work they have been doing. Check out the latest update on read.cash in a blog post they put together. You can find the link to that in the comments below. Very exciting stuff. SLP Lite is going to be a great tool, I think, for other exchanges to integrate and use. Actually, the SLP Lite is what we put together to help Tether join the Bitcoin Cash ecosystem. So yeah, go check out read.cash and look for the SLP Foundation's latest blog posts. A big shout out to them. And of course, our very own Andreas Larsson here on the Bitcoin.com wallet team. Next up, we've got some comments. So we're done with the news. We're over with that. Now we've got, I think we've only got one comment here today, guys. So if you need me to read some more, maybe leave some better ones next, I guess, in this video that you'd be watching right now. Okay, so this one is by someone named YouTuber. If someone could highlight that YouTube is still allowing paid scam ads for people to send their hard-earned Ethereum and Bitcoin, even when YouTube is well aware that these Twitter hacks happen. I think it's crazy that YouTube goes around blocking and banning crypto bloggers' accounts while they clearly allow paid scam adverts to run. Totally agree with you, Mr. YouTuber. YouTube, get your act together. I think you know, if you're able to censor a lot of different YouTubers, surely you can censor some scammers. That doesn't seem unreasonable to ask of a company that alleges that they're protecting all of its users. So, interesting. That's it for today. Go check out Bitcoin.com wallet. You can visit it at wallet.bitcoin.com. If you're looking for more news, go visit news.bitcoin.com, where we have all the latest and greatest in updates from the entire cryptocurrency industry. And of course, if you are needing to purchase any Bitcoin Cash with no KYC, try out local.bitcoin.com. And yeah, that's it for me today. All right, see you guys.